The phrase sumi-e translates as ink pictures. This beautiful style of painting places the emphasis on simplicity and the beauty of individual strokes. A sumi painting is considered successful if the brush captures the spirit of a subject in as few strokes as possible. To create strokes like this requires a lot of practice and some special tools. A sumi-e brush is made from natural hair. You'll notice that there isn't a lot to separate the handle from the bristles, the way that a Western brush does. There's usually a loop on the end to hang the brush for drawing. It's meant to be held loosely between the thumb and the first two fingers in a position that is perpendicular to the painting surface. Control over the motion of a sumi-e brush comes from the entire arm and shoulder, not just from the fingers and wrist. Practice using the sumi brush using just water on a piece of paper. This is a Blick sumi brush made with soft goat hair. Now discover a rhythm, a flow. Now let's use that stroke in an ink painting that uses a combination of permanent and non-permanent color. First, we're going to use an ink that isn't actually an ink at all. It's washable tempera paint. This will be a resist, or you may have heard the term mask, meaning it will block what's underneath it when we add the next layer. Because it's washable tempera, it can easily be removed with water. I'm adding just a little bit of water to make it flow a little bit more from the brush. Next, we're going to use a modern ink, one with an acrylic base. This is FW acrylic ink. The beauty of using acrylic ink is that it's water resistant, which means that it will stay in place once it's dry, and we can add layers over it. Here's a version where I completed the color. Now, by brushing tempera paint over the acrylic ink, I'm going to mask it, or I'm going to protect it. Our next step is to add permanent black ink over the entire piece. So anything that I want to remain colorful or pure white, I need to mask. Now it doesn't need to match the stroke completely beneath it. Well, everything here looks very blue because the colors have all been covered with the washable tempera, and the strokes that are just washable tempera will wash out and be white. This needs to be completely dry first. So this version is dry, and now it's time to put the coat of Black Cat India ink over the top. Blick's Black Cat India ink is a very dark, very opaque, traditional permanent ink. It can be used to cover the entire page. Now, this may make you feel a little anxious seeing all of those brushstrokes and all of that artwork blocked out, but don't worry, the tempera is beneath there resisting the ink coverage. Again, give the India ink plenty of time to dry. You'll know that it's completely dry when the whole surface has a matte finish to it. Then take it to the sink and hold it under running water until all of the blue tempera washes away. Give me a minute. I will be right back after I rinse this out. Here's a look at the piece once it's been rinsed. So the strokes that were formed by the sumi brush are now highlighted by the black that is filled in the background behind it. The imperfections also stand out quite clearly. A missed spot, a misshapen stroke. These are unexpected outcomes, but they really are a beautiful contribution to the overall distressed appearance of the piece. If you'd like, you can go back in at this time and add a few strokes here and there, adjust it to your liking. This style of painting is so meditative and mindful. There's a rhythm and flow to it. Just relax and enjoy. For more information on this process and these sumi-e materials, scan the code and visit dickblick.com.